Well, hello everybody and greetings to you all. Welcome to the Adeepena Show. I'm your host, Ohima Adeepena. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Adeepena Show. So if you can hear me, please share this program so that whoever watches it can learn from it. Also grab a pen and a notepad to put some points down, because today the topic that we are going to share today is really, really interesting. Today in the studio with me is Bishop. Bishop, welcome to the Adeepena Show.
Thank you, my sister, for having me this evening.
Yeah, it's been a while and we miss you so much. How was your trip to Ghana?
By the grace of God, I had a very wonderful trip. And thank you so much for your prayers for me too.
Thank you so much. So you had fun, or you just went and did?
It's about mission work. I
Okay.
went for Easter conference and also extended to look for family members out there, my sisters and my brothers who are still there. So, in all, it was all good, both family and ministerial wise.
Oh, okay, that's nice. So your mom is still alive?
No, both
Oh,
parents, by the grace of God, are going to be with the Lord, but I still have siblings over there.
okay. Sorry to hear that. I was going to say then you celebrated your mom whilst you were there since Mother's Day. Were you here or you were back there on Mother's Day?
Mother's Day, I came before Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. Then sorry about that. So welcome back once again, and we miss you
But I
so
still
much.
have a mother though. My wife
You have,
has now become my mother.
oh, that's nice. That's so nice. So we are
Yeah.
all learning from you. So thank you so much for coming to the Adeepena Show. So
Thank
today,
you.
the topic for today is what to look out for when choosing a life partner. And this
Okay.
is a very, very sensitive topic with the youth today and all that is going on in the world. We would like to hear certain things or some things from you, so we will learn from it. Um, so if you can hear me, if you have any question, comment, concerns, you can send it to us in the comment section so we can read and then give you answers as needed. Um, all right, so we have I think someone is trying to give you a welcome address here from Brakofi. He said, Bishop, you are welcome. We are
Thank
happy
you.
you are back. So
Thank you,
welcome.
Brakofi.
Well, Bishop, we are going to go straight to what we have to discuss here today. So, if I may ask, Bishop, who do you think a life partner is? This is my first question to you.
Thank you, Adeepena. In a simple term, when you talk about life partner, I think you are talking about someone whom you have agreed even to marry. Anybody you have officially agreed to marry and have seen the family members, and if I may say, done the customary right, I can boldly say that that person is your life partner. A
Okay,
life
so the,
partner that you are asking about can also mean a person in your life as your spouse. When
okay,
somebody is in your life as your spouse, I can also consider that person as a life partner. And the third
okay,
definition about life partner is one in your life as a romantic partner for life.
okay.
Somebody, I'm talking about romantic partner, because
Mhm.
somebody that you can have something to do with the person legally, that person can be your life partner.
Okay, if you say something to do, what actually is that something? If
I,
you can
I, I-
explain.
I'm, I'm talking about what a man and a woman can do after the
Okay,
customary right is done. Somebody you can have sex with
okay,
legally and in the sight of God may not be sin. That
okay.
person is your life partner.
Okay, so you are saying when someone that you have officially accepted in your life,
Someone you
that
have officially accepted, and the family is also aware that
okay,
this is the man that you are going out with. Such a
okay,
person, you can officially say that this is my life partner.
okay. All right. Thank you so much. So
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and ask you this question. So, why is it important for someone to have a life partner? Is it important anyway, or you can
Yes,
just use it by yourself and
it's important. Let me say that one of my bishops said something which he said it in Chi, but let me say it, I'll say it in English. Oh, your bema now drew fear be now warrior. Now who ya you? Now
Okay.
35, 40 was a warrior. Now who ya you?
Okay.
And life partner is very, very important at the penna, because God himself, even from creation, when he created Adam and placed him in the Garden of Eden, Bible specifically did not give us the number of years Adam spent in Eden garden. But a time came, God said, now it is not good that man should be alone. Meaning at that time, Adam was not a man. Until Adam had known how to take responsibility in the garden and grown in whatever that he was doing, then God said, now it is not good for a man to be alone. In other words, when God said it's not good for a man to be alone, likewise it's not good for a woman also to be alone. A certain situation. And therefore, when you ask me the importance of having a life partner, I can give you more than 10, but for the sake of time, let me give you 7. Number one, for companionship. Number one, for companionship.
Okay.
Because it may come to a certain time, you are living alone. And especially with women, men, it could be somewhere. At time you put on your dress, you need somebody to zip it up for you, and you don't have anybody. And you can't go and call anybody to come in your room to do, especially in America here. How do you feel it? So companionship is very important. Whom even having a life partner, somebody to watch TV with. When you are sick and alone in your room, somebody you can call to bring you water. We are talking about companionship. Certain age is not good for you to be alone. So that is one major importance about life partner, companionship. And Bible rightly said it in Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. And God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him.
Okay.
It's the Bible that said it. Point number 2. Why do you think companionship is very, life partner is very important? With my few years in marriage, married for about 26 years, I've come to understand that having a life partner helps you to, at times, discover yourself more. Discover more about yourself. Adeopen, I don't know if I'm making right sense.
Yeah, it's true.
When you marry, you discover, especially when a woman is not in your life, everything goes. You will not shave, you will not change your shirt, you will not do that. But some women come into your life, it tells you that the woman now begin to shape you in such a way that when you go out there, it brings glory to the person. So having a life partner, no matter what, when you are leaving, everything go. You don't clean, you come back the same shirt, you put in, you flank it anywhere. Anyhow. But the moment a woman or a man will come into your life, certain things, even young women, when you are not married, anything goes. But the moment a man comes into your life, there are certain things, even when you begin to date, certain things you don't take it out there. But when you are not having any dating, anything goes. So having a life partner at times allow you to discover yourself more. Time you think you know yourself until a man come into your life.
Right.
I used to leave some BS when I'm not married.
Oh,
and my
really?
wife said, BS doesn't befit you. And she told me, and I took it. 26 years now, I've never had any BS.
Wow, that's nice.
Yes. No, I'm from home.
You look good with no BS though.
So now, and I begin to see that after even if I'm wearing something to church, at times you can tell me that how far we are in Kebeya because of this occasion. That itself alone meant a lot to me. It's the importance of having a life partner. He shaped me within before I step outside so that nobody corrects me. Number 3.
But, Bishop, may I ask, if she makes suggestions to you, don't you get offended? Because some men do get offended, like they'll be like, you are not the one to dictate. You are
How
not
would having
me and all.
somebody seeking your betterment, your well-being, then you are getting angry? What are you telling me? Me, I don't know. Some men are 100%.
Yeah.
After all, anything that I'm wearing is bringing glory to the woman.
That's
So if
true.
this is what I wear on Sunday and you like, hey, I'll wear whatever that she wants. Shoe. Then when at times I even ask her
That's good.
the coat that I've taken, which shoe would it match? Or if I will see. Then tie, take this one. I allow her to dress me. So when I step outside, nobody correct me. So for why you feel? Somebody within corrected me.
Yeah. That's
Because
nice.
at time when I'm not married, when I'm late, anything nearby, I take it. But now, she will not allow me to go out without first assessing anything, because it brings shame to her as well. So having a partner, to me, it allows you to know yourself more. Now I'm getting to know myself more. Point number 3. Another major importance for having a life partner is that it helps for procreation. It helps us to produce children in a godly manner. When you don't have I'm speaking from Christian perspective.
Right.
Not having a life partner or living with someone that you have not officially accepted the person as your wife. There are certain things Bible does not allow us to do it. But when you have a life partner, you are able to give birth or produce children in a godly way, and eventually it pleases God as well. Because mind you, it takes marriage first before somebody has to give birth. Without marriage, and you have not married a person and you are giving birth to the person, in the sight of God, the same. So to me, it's for procreation. I hope you understand it.
Yeah.
And number 4, let me give you 7, then we can move on to the next one. It helps for sexual gratification. Sexual gratification. God has wired man in such a way that sex is a need for us. When we don't get it, we are not able to sit down. But women know how to control themselves when it comes to sex. Even when they need it, they don't need it as much as. Because let a woman lost her husband, she can stay for 5 years. But men, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Don't force me to go anywhere. Let me stay here.
I'm not.
If he's able to go for 2 years, then I'll do Rosu. But then 2 years. Then the man has tried. So I'm talking about for sexual gratification, enjoyment. Another major is a sense of life partner is to help the men. One of our major needs is to have a sex. And it takes that having a life partner to fulfill the sexual needs or the sexual gratification that I'm talking about. And that is point number 4. Number 5, another major importance of having a life partner is to have somebody who check up on you. You are sick today, you are home. Somebody will go to work and call to check up on you. Have you taken your medicine? I left before. But when you don't have it, who calls you? Classmates, friends, siblings. They have their limit. Even certain situations, you can't even allow your own sister even to towel you. You need somebody as a life partner to naked you and do certain things for you. And so another major importance about life partner is that. And let me end with final one. If you want me to go more, I can go more. The last one is for social protection.
Okay.
If I say social protection, well, especially when you are going every sister. But the moment somebody sees that you have a life partner with this, no matter how beautiful you are, she can't even approach it. It backs the person off. It protects you socially. And there are certain things somebody will not make any advances because of what? Having a life partner. Can I end here or I should go? I can
Let's
end
add
here.
one more and then we can continue.
Another major importance about having a life partner is that it allows you to discover true love.
Wow.
When you have a life partner, genuine one, you understand what true love is. Somebody who cares about you.
Yeah.
Somebody who thinks about you. At times, things that you don't even think about yourself, they are thinking for you. Your well-being is very, very important to them. Checking up on you. Everything about your well-being. So having a life partner allow you to taste true love.
Wow.
No, I know concubines and other stuff can do it, but genuine life partner makes the world better for you in life. From my perspective, I'm talking about my perspective. When I was in Ghana, I received 3 calls every day. Who on earth? My sisters are here in America. They never call me 3 times. But somebody will call, children will call. That itself alone, let me know that I have a backing.
That's true.
It's very important. And above all, it can even make you live happier and live long.
Sure. I was going to add. It's true.
I've been there when I had not married, but when I married, I know the difference. I've now tasted the 2 waters. That because now there's certain things that I used to do. There was a time I nearly burnt a house. My 12 hours, my breath. Number I'm saying no I'm tell kunyam say mada. Sana me ba myself see no ma. Makoye way. I'm saying rather when am I going to get a life partner? Now by the grace of God,
you have a life.
Certain things people are doing for me. In addition to midnight one, I'm in with I'm
That's true. Thank you so much, Bishop, for all these great points you've given us about the importance of choosing a life partner. So let's acknowledge a few viewers of ours. We have Kofi Lefty watching us. We have Lady Posh. So if you want me to know you are here, just send in a comment or just say hi or something so we can acknowledge you. So we have there's a question here from Kofi Lefty Obibini. He said another perspective about a life partner is not a specific individual, but rather a person who possesses qualities that are important to you, such as kindness, empathy, respect, effective communication. A life partner should be someone you can connect with
without on deeper level.
Share your life with, and who will support your growth and happiness. So this is
I think it's not a question, but it's giving the qualities of a life partner.
Yes.
So you are 100% right.
Yes. So mark your why. Yes, so you're 100% right. Bishop, my next question is, now that you've told us the importance of having a life partner in your life, there are some people that have decided that they want their peace, maybe 1 or 2 relationships that didn't work for them. So they've decided not to enter into another relationship anymore. They just want to be by themselves. Some can go as far as being themselves for the rest of their lives. So what are some of the consequences that come with such decisions?
Thank you, Adepena. It comes with both positive and negative. For a woman or a man to say that maybe he might have gone into relationship, first one, it didn't work out. Second one, it didn't work out. And maybe it could be third. And normally for somebody to draw that conclusion is an indication that somebody he trusted so much, it could be a pastor or somebody who had even vowed, or she had vowed that nothing of that sort can happen. eventually at the 11th hour, let his or her hand down. When it comes to that point, after maybe 2 or 3 times, a man or a woman may prefer to live alone because, and most especially when you invest in that relationship, and what comes out is nearly about to kill you. We are human. After all this investment, brought him from Africa, brought her from Africa, help her to stand on his or her feet. And this is what the person is paying me. Even to a point, I nearly lost my life. Such a person, at times, if this is not the first time, this is not the second time, and the investment is also too much. I agree with what you are saying. Any man can say that. Likewise, any woman can also say that. Because you think it's too much. And normally, people say this because of what they have been through.
That's true.
And I agree with you. It comes with both positive and negative. The last thing that I will say is that for the fact that somebody has done that does not mean that there's no right person out there anymore. There's no good man out there anymore. There's no good woman out there anymore. My sister, I want to say that there are more fishes in the sea than those we have already caught. What did I say it well? There are more fishes in the sea. Can you repeat that for me?
There are more fishes in the sea than those that have been eaten already.
But so tilapia and now salmon, and it's no problem now.
Yes,
And in short, you are right. And for somebody to say that, it depends on what the person has gone through.
That's true.
You're asking the question whether the consequence of it, whether positive or negative. Each of them comes with both positive and negative. So when some people choose a path, at times eventually they get healed, and eventually. And some people normally say it when the thing is too fresh in their mind. When something that you are somebody have taken you through first time, second time, and then the third time is very fresh, it's easy for you to say what you are telling me. But as the days go by, after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, when you are being healed, either through the word of God, through church going, through prayers, or through time, you wish certain statement that you said it earlier, you had not said that.
Right.
Because when some things are too fresh, we've all been there. But it will come to a certain. I remember a certain sister lost her husband, and she vowed to me, Bishop, I understood her. The pain was too much.
Wow.
After 3 years, Obi by close on one. But I see I'm not 10 years now. She came to me and said, now when you get somebody, I want to marry.
When I'm a cancer, Miss Ameboa.
You know, Probia to Natadi Mamma. There are some of it what I did, Mamma.
Bishop,
now you see, but 10 years ago, she made that statement emphatically. I didn't hear too much, but me. And so now I'm talking about at time the consequence of it. Forever. And your kids are going to leave you.
Yeah.
Certain things you may wish. Now that you have the kids with you, they will be there to fill certain gaps and holes as a substitute for you.
Yeah.
But how long would they be? Wait till they get married. Then you know that you are anchored up. But that time, so one here, that time now, the beautiful ones have already gone.
Yeah.
And at times, the pain is there. Give yourself a second thought by praying about it and keep on praying. Keep on praying and ask the Lord, if it is the will of God, God will bring right person into your life. Because at certain age, when the women leave, when the kids leave, would you want to stay alone?
Mm.
And most especially in case if you happen to give birth to boys, whereby you can go and live with your in-laws. If you give birth to girls, then you have the right to go and live with your daughter. Somehow, 1 week or 2 weeks. How do you go and live with your son's wife? It doesn't work that way in our era here. Then that is where the anchornam come in here. So at time where the balance is, what I'm saying could be the next 10 years, the next 15 years. But now you could say it's okay. But would you wait till 50, 60 years after they have gone? Then you are going to look for somebody to help you. It may not necessarily be sex-wise or cooking-wise, but just the companionship, keke. Somebody to watch TV, somebody to walk out with, somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Those are. So certain age, you wish you have not done what you did. But when you are young, there are certain things it's easy for you to make such decision because of the pain you have gone through. But let's let it go. It doesn't mean that is the end of it. So that is my piece of advice, anyone hearing me.
Well,
all is not lost. Can I repeat that? All is not lost.
Thank you.
All is not lost. It doesn't mean there are still more fishes out there. If you can make it a prayer, God will bring right person. But follow after your convictions and the leadings of the Holy Spirit. I'm not forcing you to go and marry. Times it also depends on the kind of job that you are doing. Are you comfortable with that? Hey, there are others too, they may need help because with all this situation, their job may not suffice alone. If the kids decide to marry and leave, will I be able to be on my feet without the help of the man or the woman? You look into all these things because what may be good for geese at times may not be good for gander. And so now with your partner with fire now or more. Then you weigh the balance and seek the face of God and do what will help you to move on. That's my little advice. It had both negative and positive, though.
Thank you so much, Bishop. We have a confirmation, I believe, from Eddie Clotte. He said, I agree with Bishop. My wife, for most of the time, select my clothes for church. She was not doing that previously. She started out of the blue, and I appreciate that. After all, who do I dress to please? God and my wife. Thank you, Eddie Clotte.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie Clotte, welcome to the Adia Penashu. I also have Era Opoku Reeves also said, I believe Bishop made a strong case for having a life partner. Two is better than one. Besides, yes, besides senior years can get very lonely. So the ideal state would be partnership with a God-sent person. And this
good
is
point. That is what I was talking about, the senior years. And somebody want to zip up your clothes for you. Oh.
Well, Eddie Clotte got another point too. He said, for most of the time, victims dwell on their past experiences. And this is, I think it's in relation to what you just discussed.
That's right.
But scripture says in Philippians 3:13-14 that we should forget about the past and
that's
reach
right.
out to the things ahead.
That's
Negative
right.
past experiences hurt so much, and this brings about fear of the future, making another attempt. Thank you, Eddie Clotte, for your wonderful comment. So, Bishop, as we are going on, my next question to you is, what are some of the things one should consider when choosing a life partner?
Very good point. It's not easy.
Viewers, grab your pens and notepads and put some points down. I wish the youngsters, those that haven't gotten married yet, will be here, or if you are single, you'll be here and learn, because we are learning a lot from Bishop today. So, Bishop, that was my question.
I'm going to give 8 to 10 points.
Wow. Okay.
Number 1,
Hmm.
before you even say that this is the man I want to marry, this is the
Okay.
woman I want to marry, there are about 8 things you must consider.
Okay.
Let me take time to explain it thoroughly as a marriage counselor.
Hmm.
8 things you must consider. You, the person intending to marry. If I'm a man and I want to marry this person as a woman, 8 things I must consider. If you're a woman and you intend, I'm talking about your side before, then later we'll look at the other side of the person too.
Okay.
So personally, your side. Number 1, the first thing you should consider is that you should have a desire for the person.
Okay. You have to have a desire.
Gone are the days when it comes to marriage, you don't choose by what you want. Your parents choose it for you. Because they choose what.
Are we going to
benefit
anti-Bible or no?
Oh no, and yet they will pay your no best them on what they want because we saw what in Kenya. But in the era that we are in, you must have the desire for the person.
Okay.
Take note of that. I'm using the word have a desire. And at times the desire may not come overnight. That is the reason why you must work with the person. If truly, whilst you are praying and working with the person through dating, if it's from the will of God, certain things will be matching up, compatibility and other stuff will surface out. Then you know the right person before you go and say that this is the man I want to marry. So the first thing, the desire. And that is the reason why at times they say that they are dating. Because of that, at times some men or some women can date even 2 people only to make a choice of what they want. Because they don't want to go by the outward alone. When they don't know you, then look out for structure and go after it, and later realize that I am from so. And that is the main essence of dating. About 3 months to 6 months, work with the person, outgoing, incoming, party, funeral, and other stuff to see if things will work out. Point number 2. So take note of that. There are so many other things too that bring the desire. If you intend to go out with somebody, there are about so many things that normally bring the desire, which at times some people don't do. At times, your physical appearance can boost the desire. Not only that, I'm talking. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
At times, your beauty can bring out the desire. At times, your faith and your spirituality, you're committed. When we meet, the way we pray, you talk about church things, I'm going to revival, and those things can bring a desire. Because some people, their focus is they want God-fearing person. There are so many things. What will bring the desire for A may not be as equal as what will bring the desire for B. Spiritual things, you know, a major lesson. Also know education, and the education, you know, a major. So there are certain things that bring a desire. Apart from that, there are other things that bring a desire. Attitude or behavior, how you talk to the person, the man or the woman. Times some people outwardly TikTok, but when you begin to walk out with him or her, any little thing you get angry. Hey, you went a better then you begin. These are the red flags you should take note of. And so when the woman begin to see this, or when the man begin to see this, then it's killing the desire he has for you. When the character or attitude or the behavior doesn't match up, it can kill the desire he has for you. Though you're outwardly beautiful, but bibi ono beka se bi obefiro beko biana and tokwaba. Hey, now I hope meaning say or no enye beauty nkwan or worry or pe character so aka. Another thing that also promote desire is your educational background. or your educational level. Some people maybe, or you're nursing, or you're IT, these are some of the things at times. Some people can look into that. It can boost up the desire. Some too, their background can boost out the desire. And finally, some people, their achievement can also boost out the desire. When we need or be a company or it's me boosting the desire more or don't. So these are the things you must have the desire. Any of these 6 or 7 things that I mentioned can gradually build up a desire. But you must know how to go about it. Amen. That is point number 1.
Okay.
The second thing you must, I may not be able to finish up, so that at least we may stop here. Then next week or next 2 weeks we'll continue. The second thing you must consider, if you are a believer, consider to make the word of God be your guide.
Okay.
If you want to make somebody, before you choose somebody, let the word of God be your guide. What do I mean by that? You choose somebody who have the same faith with you. I'm not saying the same church. Because if you are going to choose, I'm not also against saying marrying a Muslim or Hindu or whatever. But it also depends on your faith in the Lord, where you want to be. I personally, I know in the near future, if Christ comes today, I'm making heaven. What do you want? I want to choose somebody who will help my faith in the Lord to grow. That is what I'm talking about. Let the word of God be your guide. What does the Bible has said in Corinthians? And I don't want to go there. So in other words, choose somebody who know God and also fear God. Some people may not be agreeing with me. I'm not saying that, but that you can't marry unbeliever. But at times too, your faith, the person that you are marrying, the person's faith can at times also affect you. Amen.
Amen.
Number 3, another thing you should consider before even deciding that, seek God's faith in prayer. Consider seeking the face of God. What you are doing, seek the face of God. At times, don't let only the outward deceive you. Don't let only the education deceive you. Don't let only the structure, the beauty, the job, the possession, the achievement at times deceive you. Go before God and ask God, present the man, present the woman, because anything you commit to the hands of God, at times, and you choose only to please others and other people, at times you end up going into certain situation. The 4th thing that you must consider before you even marry the person, whether a man or a woman, know him well. Consider knowing the person. I've met some people only 2 months to 3 months. Then you are allowing the person to go and do the customary right on you. What year will be 2 months? Hey, Yade, sister.
Love at first. So when you almost say love at first sight,
that's right. Because the point is, you can't take only 2 months to know a man.
Yeah. And a woman.
You want to mention that about too. You can't take only 2 months to know a woman. You need about 6 months.
Or more.
Or more. Walk with him. Go to church with him. Go to parties with him. Then eventually, hey, na branch na neko. But that time, 1, 2, boss. So I'm trying to bring all this across so that at least get to know the person well, so that you not make any mistakes, so that you know his flaws and his excellence, where he's good at, where his weakness. Then you personally make a decision. When we say as you met me, I can deal with it. Then I'll go with the person. Than not knowing at all. Then we tie the knot. Then exactly 2 weeks after that, and Jesus are out here. And Jesus are out here. Obi Obeka one said it, well, he didn't know the person well.
That's true.
Jesus are out here. Some people though can hide their character, their behavior, but if you give yourself some time, certain things will surface out.
That's true.
That's what I'm trying to mean.
Mm.
The whole reason why some people are so regretted, even in marriage, is because at times they never took time to know the person well. You can be working with a person for 2 years, but when you're burning a 90 years, now your only phone so be mistake. Who's here physically? What do they call baby physically? Were you able to have time with a person? And if those things are not there and it's only on phone, at times you may make a certain mistakes. Let me not go too much so that the fifth one, consider talking to your friends.
How?
Gladys, I say you may say how. At times when you work with some people, after 5 months, 6 months, there are certain people, friends, who are too close to you that you can tell the person, Gladys, I've met Adia Pen, and that's a Madame Fubi. And you are not going everywhere, but certain people you can disclose. Maybe they may also know somebody who know that person.
Mm.
Gradually to get certain informations, not negatives on attack. Oh, very good. Matis will go school, Matis will stay. That is self alone. But if there are certain things out there that you do not know, at times some people may step on your toes. I'm not saying go and broadcast it, but if as long as you go places with a person, somebody will see, and those who are too close to you may make some certain informations to you about for you to know. Oh, Brano, they were come. Brano, because somebody may know the same person that you don't know.
Mm.
Point number 6. Another thing you should consider meeting the other person's family.
Okay.
Consider that one. Apart from working with him 5-6 months, now say where did they live? Then after that, you also consider showing him or her to your family.
That's true.
Go there. You meet mother, father, uncle, certain people, and still take time, study certain things. Then later, behind you, go there and find out the kind of family that he said he come from. All this is you are doing your underground work.
Underground work.
That's right. Then the 7th thing, consider making sure your values match.
Mm.
Consider making sure your values match. There won't pen one pet. There won't pen and no pet. Values don't match.
Mm. Chaos.
Chaos. That tells you that there's a red flag over there. I'm not saying that you get 100%, but at least 80% of what I like in me, he has to also like it. I'm saying 80%, 70, 80, 90 is okay.
Okay.
But below 50 or 40,
problem.
On pen and for on pay on pay ye call on pass sorry. Uzano my usope. And this is the same person that you're going to live with. You either submit to his demand or eventually the marriage will not work.
Yeah.
You look into that. And that is the compatibility that I'm talking about. Young years menko. Where met bako a graduation was menko. Where was menko? And this is the same person you want to. Then either one day you are going to take his or her lane. I won't come baby just to please him or her.
Yeah.
Other than that, eventually will be no problem. So now why your own way. That is where the problem will come. So consider that your values match. Number 8. Some of the things you should consider. Consider to discuss certain chronic issues either of you may have. No, find out. No, maybe a chronic or before you say it. One go remove ye na fe wanu yanka ho asem.
Bishop, what are some of the examples of these chronic issues? Like what?
Issues is very tough. Okay, let me give you a typical example.
Mm-hmm.
An issue came to me about couples who were dating, courting, not knowing that the man has a problem. If I say has a problem, I hope you understand where I'm going.
No, what kind of we have so many problems. Which one are you talking about?
But eventually, out of counseling,
Adia Penasho, when you are here, just feel free. Okay.
that's right. Okay, I'll go ahead. Not knowing that the manhood
Just go free. Uh-huh.
is not working as it's supposed. It was later when the information came, I told the man to go and do what is right so that he doesn't put the woman into a place. Because I have personally witnessed a marriage that eventually was dissolved because the man hid that thing from the woman. It was after the officiating of the wedding and they were asked to go to honeymoon. 3 nights, nothing happened. The man became Mandere Bakayandia. Brontaraba Sabadada Yanda. First day, nobody knew so that's what home cancel there. The second day, still honeymoon. Man Toro Bada Baba Yabada. At 2 or 3 days, nobody who say, I did for a week, nothing happened.
Wow.
Such a situation. What do you do? So it could be chronic issue, it could be personal. It's not only that one alone, it could be certain problems. The woman may also have certain problems that they may head it from the man because of power. Not only to allow the man to come in and eventually get the man also stuck. I've also seen one on the side of a man, when a woman, when she was young, something happened. So this thing had been taken off. She never told them. When they came to a counseling, they never said it. It was later that the whole thing surfaced out. Then who has deceived who?
Wow.
I'm trying to bring all this. There are certain things you make it known. At times too, it could even be the woman is having a child. It could even be the man is having a child. But but later, then the thing will surface.
Bishop, you forget that you can never hide it. I don't really know why people do that. Like, they want to hide a nipa, no, and then at the end of the day, no, definitely it will surface, right?
That's right. And that is the reason why I'm saying so. Obikas Wapewa, no Benti no Bekas Wampel. So that's it. Make it known to him, make it known to her. No, you can't choose marriage over your children. Then eventually,
or let her go.
That's right. Then let me add the last one so that you can go to the next question. Another thing you should consider: keep your eye on red flags when you are working with a person. And no matter those kind of red flags, keep your eye. Can you deal with that? And nobody it's a yellow red flag. It tells you, say, you have to be very careful entering into that relationship. Find out how you can deal with that before you jump into the marriage. Those are the things you should consider. And eventually, don't feel regretted in the relationship that you are in. So I want to end here with this 9 points. And the last one, I would say that consider of not rushing into the marriage. Don't rush into it. In other words, take your time to go through this 9 processes that I've given unto you. And just be sure with yourself before you jump into it. Once you are dating with a person, going out, courting with a person, you are taking all these things. So that once you say this is the man that I'm going with, you know his weakness, you know his flaws, you know his strength, you know everything. And no obi the free baby can't one can say
thank you so
because
much.
no man can't you know. Disheartening, but if you were able to open your eyes, anytime you are dating, don't close your eyes. Anytime you are courting, don't close your eyes. It's a time of getting to know the person better. If you close your eyes because of love, well, after love, after marriage, your eyes will open.
Amen.
Can I repeat that one? If you close your eyes Aha, or dog kata wenia. Ya wari ya when you baby. So better open your eyes.
Thank you
Look
so
into
much.
all this.
Yes, thank you. We have a couple of comments here, I believe comments and questions also. So we are going to go through that and then we go on to our next question. So Lady Posh here is saying that there are things I wish I knew before entering into marriage. So the young ones need to learn more. Thank you so much, Lady Posh.
Lady Posh, God bless you.
Yeah, Lady Posh, God bless you. She also said attitude is everything.
That's right.
Mr. Eddie Clotte came back and said, in reality, how long should dating or courtship last? This is a question to you, Bishop.
Between 6 months to 1 year. Some people can go as far as 2 years, depending upon how often you see the person. There are some people, because of schooling, because of other job, we are not in the same state. Fine time. But if you make it 3 weeks, some people can do even 3 months or 6 months, depending upon both of us living in the same neighborhood, the same city. We see ourselves every day. With that one, getting to know each other goes faster. But if that one is not there, then I would rather prefer 6 months to 1 year or a little over a year. Getting to know the person is very important.
Well, thank you very much, Bishop. So adding to Mr. Eddie Clotte's question, my question is, at what age should someone seek for a life partner, like being a man or a woman? At what age what is the ideal age to look for a life partner?
God bless you. Actually, it's not one size fits all. Meaning, for women, I can boldly say that from 24 upward, it's fine.
Okay.
Somehow you are matured, because women start thinking about marriage from 18 going. So women get more matured in marriage than men. As for a man, between 26 or 27 upwards to 35 is also okay. Number one, depending upon, have you finished your schooling? Do you have a job to take care of the woman? You consider all these things. And as a woman too, 24, have you completed school? Are you having a secure job? Look into these things. Apart from age, what are you doing to support? So looking into this, and when the woman is in her 20s and the man is either late 20s and then or early 30s, to the best of my knowledge, is perfect.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have another confirmation here from Mr. Daniel Asante. He said, very important regarding partners who share the same values and interests. So, yeah. So, Bishop, my next question to you is, when it comes to character, okay, what must one look out for from the partner as they want to get married to each other?
Good point. That is the character. I don't know whether Eddie Clotte brought some points out of that initial, the first writings that he posted, and some of those characters. But let me add some few things that you can seek out from the person, the same person you also want to marry. First, characters are very important. That the person have true love for you. And I would rather call it unconditional love. Love not because of sex, but true love for you. Seek out. Now, some people, it's very important. So it's something that you should take note of that. And another thing that you should also look out is also maturity. I'm not talking about age as a maturity.
Yeah.
When somebody can be 27 years, when they talk, it makes sense. Someone who is mature, because marriage is not for boys. Neither marriage is for girls. Marriage is for adults. So that person has to be matured in the mind, able to take decisions. So some of the qualities you should look at. Another thing that you must look at for the person that you want to marry he must be open-minded and clear communication. He has nothing against you and be able to communicate with you. Everything the person can bring it on the table for us to discuss. Because if you marry somebody who doesn't communicate with you, at times you may not know what is in the mind of the person.
Yeah.
And the person wants you to assume. How would you be able to? So look for somebody who communicates with you. That is why dating and the courting time, you look out for all these things. And another thing is compatibility. Near Open movie. Open Nigeria movie. Open sorry. And near friend over what no be show so. Where me the man to me yes how. Hey. So that is the on those things. And then another thing is honest and integrity. Look out for those things. Somebody is honest, not hiding anything from you. Okay. But he's very honest. Women want a man that is honest.
Sorry.
Women want a man that is transparent. You could be at fault, but if you can openly look at the face of the woman to say, honey, I'm sorry. I did that. Forgive me. Women want it in that way than hiding it. And they will search for it and find it out. Then it get them angry. So honest and integrity is very important. The word integrity here, I'm talking about what he's saying and his action are the same. Not what the person is saying, but he acts differently.
Right.
Integrity is very important. Women want someone who say, may yes hear me, yes. My no is my no. Another quality women want to look at, or man want to look, respectful. Somebody who is very respectful. You don't bully a woman with your age. You don't bully a woman with your title. We don't bully a woman with your tribe. And you don't bully a woman with your educational status. You don't bully a woman with your salary. She come home with only 1,200 at another time 900. And you are coming with 1,500. And therefore, because of the amount differences, you look down upon your... No. Another quality you should look out for somebody who is empathetic, have empathy, sensitive and compassion. Anything about you, and when you have not even opened your mouth, they can read your action to know what you are going through. And I mean, one can't tell me, how do you tell this to your wife? No, I mean, one can't tell me, that be in Kasasa.
Yeah.
You should be able to have that kind of sensitivity. When you have not opened his mouth, you'll be able to feel for your spouse. Compassion. You're able to put yourself in the shoes of your spouse when he had not even opened his mouth. Another thing is physically affectionate. So they will see you. Sense of humor. Not too rigid. Why wouldn't you come on Kasana and Jerry? Uko pieswa. Ah, ude opa watendo. Adai.
Yeah.
Oh, see a man called Okwa Warikwa got in a prison. Uncle baby. Another thing is trustworthy. Somebody that you can trust. Trust doesn't come overnight. You earn it.
Yeah.
And it comes as a result of integrity. Your word, your yes is your yes, and your no is your no. And you are able to, what you say is what you do. And not only that, somebody who is committed. If you marry a man or a woman who is not committed, you will not be happy. You want to marry somebody who is committed to the marriage. I repeat, not committed to his job, but committed to the union. Vulnerability. Somebody who can open up, has nothing to hide from you.
Very important.
How would you feel? So no about it, and I be mate. The way you be a winning. How would you feel? as if you are in another island, and it's the same person you are sleeping on the bed with. Anything about him, you don't know. Anything about him. People out there know anything about your spouse, but you are living on the same bed with, you don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
That is the vulnerability that I'm talking about. It makes the marriage very painful. Such a person, you can't be in his team or her team.
Yeah.
Women want to marry somebody who is flexible. Men want to marry somebody who is flexible. They can adapt to my situation.
Right.
Forgiveness, selflessness, and above all, sexual attraction.
And they are very important.
Especially
a man. And a man also can. Sexual compatibility no me say no na
very, very. If a man can stay with you, that kind of compatibility must be there. When that thing is there, and above all, God fearing, not that kind of sexual compatibility is there. So that thing is there. Hardly would at times some men will go out and fool about. But one thing I've seen about women is that before marriage, they know how to put up themselves. After the marriage, they change.
Yeah, it's true.
And to some men, they wish their wives have not given birth so that the shape will not change. I'm not saying that when you give birth, the shape will not change, but at times, the way you put yourself up also mean it a lot.
That's true. That's what our mother say. I say, boy, now your phone don't come.
That's right.
You don't want to put on your dress and your belly is protruded, didn't it?
That's right.
You
so all these things,
Bishop, you still want to look sexy for your man, so you have to take good care of yourself, right?
100%.
Patience if needed. Put on beautiful clothes, like maintain your body, because
that's right.
Wearing is not easy. Yeah,
very, very important. These are some of the qualities every man is looking out for. Every woman is also looking out for. An ability to communicate, able to communicate with your spouse is very important, because no woman wants to be in a relationship where the man will not have time to communicate, especially quality time for a woman.
Yeah,
every woman needs quality time from their husband, because averagely a man talk about 4,000 words a day, or 3 to 4,000. When you come and you are starving the woman, not talking to her, no woman want that. So it's very, very important. And so that is the reason why I'm a baby fan for Abonti, because if the man has time for her, it minimizes her friends out there.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I'm a phone account with Abonti. Or Baba Casa Abonti, baby, I can worry someone. Then it's a time from you, the man. You don't have time for her. If you are enough for her, nobody will hear her story. Her marital issue, nobody on earth.
Right.
So we must have a quality time for our wives.
Men, please give us your ears, okay? We are all yours, so just give us your ears, your little time. 30 minutes of your time every day is even 100%. More than
30 minutes of your time every day is very important.
Yeah. Anyway. Thank you, Bishop. We have a few comments here we want to go through, and then we can go on maybe our last question, last but one question, and then we can close. So Eddie Clotte said that all things being equal, what are some of the effects of parental influence when it comes to the choice of a candidate for marriage and how to deal with it?
The question again.
He's asking about parents. I believe parents that choose candidates for their children. So
yes, Well, Mr. Clotte, you are asking a very good question. Especially things are changing now. Gone are the days that parents are the one who choose for us, depending upon the continent and the era that we were in. But in this era, even my own children that I'm living with, I gave birth to them here in America. How do you choose for American girl? How do you choose for American boy? In Africa, the culture play a major role over there. But here, they don't know any culture. All that they know is this, daddy, this is my boyfriend. Even when I was young and I've not married, I can't even hold a woman's hand. But I had here, what if you require the that's my boyfriend. I attend college with. Hey, I didn't remember
We are in a different world.
We are in that's exactly what I'm trying to. And to nobody be on more. I may give certain contributions. It's only applicable to we the one in Africa. It doesn't work out here. I said some of them. I'm not saying all. Because our kids that were born here are in a different world altogether.
Yeah.
And it makes it dicey. And at times they say that you are imposing African culture on us. You are imposing this on us. Mommy, you can't do that. Daddy, you can't do that. They say, face me, papa,
and sometimes they will address you like you are old school. You don't even know what is going on in the modern
That's exactly what I'm trying to mean. And I do understand them, but our part is to show them, guide them, and especially when they are young, you tell them, take a God-fearing person. I'm not going to show you who to marry, but when you are to look out for these qualities, look out for these things. And if you don't start even inculcating this into their mind, they'll go for anybody. And hardly would you even tell them that you and it makes it very dicey here, because certain questions, when you ask me, the question then is, am I answering it to people who are in Africa or answering it to people who are in America here, our own case here? It makes it very, very tough. But provided if we start with them with the God-fearing thing, some of the things, we may not get it 100%, but somehow we may get what we are looking for.
Okay. Thank you, Bishop. Mr. Asante has a question for you, Bishop. He said, some women see a man who is over sensitive and caring as weakness, and often use that to their advantage. What should there be limitation when it comes to sensitivity?
Very good question. The sensitivity part, I'm trying to bring it. I'm trying to be very sure so that I will not step on toes. Some people become sensitive when the trust is broken. The other side of sensitive. When you break the trust of the person. Some people, and some, I hope you understand what I'm trying to. Anytime certain trust is broken, at times some people become more sensitive. I don't know if that is the one that you are talking about. And some people are also, the positive aspect of sensitivity is when you have not even opened your mouth, I'm able to feel what you are going through. If that is the one that you are talking about. I don't know which of the two. I hope you understand that what I'm trying to explain. The two sides of the sensitive is that some people can be very sensitive, a man or a woman. When you break their trust on certain things, then they become sensitive. She want to find out who you are talking to. They may not open their mouth to ask you, but eardrop that are not general. That is one part of sensitivity. And there could be another part of sensitivity when my wife had not opened his mouth or her mouth, but I can feel what the person is feeling. That is the positive aspect that I'm talking about. And the other one is the negative aspect of that, what I'm talking about. The positive one is able to see or feel what the person is going through when the person has not opened his mouth. That's the positive aspect. And I don't know which of the two he's talking about.
Okay.
Adiapena, have I been able to explain myself better?
Yes, you have. Let me see if Mr. Asante is still on the line so he can elaborate a little on that. So, Mr. Asante, if you can hear us, can you
if the oversensitivity is more about you are doing too more for the woman.
Yeah. All right. I think this question is for me from Mr. Eddie Clotte. He said, Ohima Adiapena, I have noticed that anytime Bishop says anything about sex, you get so excited. Why? Oh my God. Let me see. I don't even know why. I'm just like, I just love it. That's all. Love the discussion. So,
we'll talk about that one in one of our topics.
Yeah. So we can all, yeah. So whenever we talk about this, Bishop, I'm going to say more. I don't really know why, Mr. Clotte. I think it's just
because you wanted me to throw more light on. I was trying to hide behind this and not able to say it, and you wanted me to just
Bishop,
say it as it is.
Yeah, I don't want you to like hold back, okay? Because a lot of people are listening to us, and people might they don't really know where you stand. So if you try to cover certain things up, people might not really
I understand you.
I want you to be plain and blank. That's all. No holding back. So, Mr. Clotte, it's not that I get excited. This is just me. That's all I can say. Maybe the next time we discuss things about sexual stuff, I may elaborate more on that. But for now, I just like the topic. I like what Bishop is teaching us and all of that. So, Mr. Asante said, well explained. Okay, I think he said he's cool with that. So we should go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, with time, Bishop, I'm going to ask you my last question and then we can get out of here.
That's right.
So my last
time is past.
What are some of the consequences of choosing a wrong partner?
The question again.
What are the consequences of choosing a wrong partner?
The consequences are many, but let me give you about 5 or 6 for the sake of time, because we passed our time. Number 1, anybody, whether a man or a woman, when you make a wrong choice, first key, you feel regretted in life and even in marriage. It can even cause you to lose interest in marriage. Many people, the whole reason why they've lost interest at times could be as a result of wrong choice that they made. Either the first and the second one. And then the initial question that came, they don't have any interest in marriage at all. Let angel from heaven come. They don't want. Because of wrong choice. Point number 1. The second major effect when you make a wrong choice in life, at times it can make you become unfulfilled in life. Things that in your life you ought to have achieved, you may not be able to achieve them. You may not be fulfilled. You will not be content where you had wanted to become big in life. Wrong choice can stop you in the middle of a way. Many people have ambitions that they could have become what they have so many ambitions, but wrong person, it could be a wrong man or wrong woman, might have gotten you stuck. Let me tell you, choices are very important. Who you choose determine who you become. Time, that is the reason why we must spend time and pray about the man or the woman that come into our life. Because always when right person come into your life, you become fulfilled. Yeah. Not only that, wrong choice can, point number 3, can go a long way to affect even your relationship with others. So we call babinti no number for nyina be yaka.
No,
So wrong choice can go a long way to affect your relationship with other people. Some people are now at loggerhead with their own family as a result of wrong choice. Happens. Number 4. Wrong choice can cause you to be undervalued in the relationship. So but wrong choice,
yeah.
You feel undervalued in the whole relationship that you are in. How do you feel? I'm talking about wrong choice. I'm our identity. Number 5. You may lack happiness and joy in that relationship. When you make a wrong choice, what we call joy and happiness is far away from you. And the sad part is that you are always not of yourself at home. You become another person altogether.
You become sad.
You are not of yourself. You will be changed instantly, become another person because of wrong choice. You can't live by your true self. Wrong choice. 6, you always live with anxiety. You live with fear. You live with pain. You live with hurt. You live with disappointment. And you live with regret. These are the things you live with. Wrong choice. Or in a week, one of these things that I'm mentioning become part of you. Fear, pain, anxiety, hurt, disappointment, and regret. We are 75 years. And wrong choice can cause you to become vulnerable to sickness.
High blood pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Depression. Anxiety. Bitterness. Always angry with yourself and with others. And above all, 8, it makes you sorrowful and lonely in the relationship. Present but absent. You are present in the house, but as if you are absent.
That's true.
How would you feel? So the party. That's why also we own one out if we are alone. Wrong choice. And the worst part, both of you can sleep on the same bed. Then the pillow divide 2 of you at Domi Bridge. You don't cross one border. Wrong choice. So painful. It may be very painful. Wrong choice. It goes a long way. Eventually, you are always not of yourself, sister. At times, it makes the world not a better place for you. It looks as if I should move from this state and go to another state. But the children, they're always the closest, but the children. Why did I even enter into this marriage? And most especially if you were forewarned, people advise you. That is when at times you feel the pain.
Yeah, and you regret.
Regret.
A lot of regression.
All can say, I do just feel new.
Wow.
Let me end here.
Bishop, wrong choice too can shatter your purpose in life, right?
100%.
Mm. And for the men to do not enjoy sexual life with the wrong partner.
Is Mr. Clotter on the line? Did you hear that? Is Mr. Clotter on the line?
I think so.
Oh, what that one is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The woman will not give you the best.
Mm-hmm.
And hardly one of the most painful things is allowing you to do it, and yet you don't get the best out of it.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel? Because the woman knows how to give you the best. But when wrong choice is made, likewise the man too, the woman too, wrong choice may not allow you even to feel what the man is doing. You don't have any happiness in it.
Mm. Bishop, there's a question from Mr. Asante. He said, what's the best remedy to resolve that wrong move in life? If you are already in it, you have done the wrong choice, what's the best remedy?
First remedy is prayer. First remedy is prayer. And then second remedy, sit down and assess what is the root cause of the whole cachinnation. A whole fight, a whole misunderstanding. Find out the root cause. If you feel that you are at fault, come to yourself. Just be open and transparent to the lady. You could be older than her. You could even be, you brought her. What is wrong with saying I'm sorry and kneel down and apologize in the room? When you are going, it's not written at your back. Make amendments. That is what I will tell you. Ask for forgiveness. Apologize. But Ashanti men will never do that. I don't want to go there.
I know, right?
Ashanti man.
Oh, wow. It's been Debbie. There's no wrongdoing with an Ashanti man, and we understand. So
but one good thing is that they know how to take care of a woman than all the tribes.
Oh, sir.
Hey.
Okay, we'll see about that. Anyway, Bishop Yedasipa, thank you so much. We really learned a lot today. You've taught us a lot that we've known that choosing a wrong partner can have a great impact on our lives. So we just want to say thank you so very much, and all the answers that you've given to our various questions from our viewers. We say thank you. As we leave, we want to hear from you. Any final word for us before we leave the show?
My final word, Adepena, to our viewers, because today we are studying about choices, what to consider when you are making choice. The only thing that I would say is that life in itself is made up of choices. Adepena, life, the whole life in itself is made up of infinite choices, unlimited choices. We choose what to eat. We choose what to wear today. And tomorrow I'll choose what to wear.
Yeah.
We choose what to say. And we choose what to eat. And the good news is that what you choose will determine what you become. Take note of that. Because what you choose to eat eventually will affect your health. Take note of that. And what you choose to wear determines how you are addressed. The dress you choose to wear determines how you are addressed. Not only that, where you choose to stay determines what absorbs your mind. And what you choose to put up can also determine the door that opens for you or close against you. So life in itself, every single day, we make choices. After this, I'm going to choose to do another thing. I choose to say another thing. I choose to wear another thing. So life, a whole life from morning to evening, is full of choices. That is why we say that choices are hinges of destiny. It is choices that connect you to your destiny. What you are choosing will connect you to your destiny. That is the reason why we must spend time in life to choose the right thing. Many people, we started with them when we were all young. The path we chose, that is where I am. And the path you chose, that is where you are. Another person also chose another path. He's also somebody else. So what are you choosing in life? Apart from marriage, so many things that we are choosing will determine what your future is going to be. So in short, any single thing you choose any day affects your destiny. Even the words you choose to speak will either let somebody exit out of your life or somebody will come into your life. One word that came out of your mouth will exit somebody, but the same word, another word, can also bring somebody into your life.
That's true.
So choose right words, choose the right attire to wear, right food, right saying, so many things so that you can get whatever you are looking for in life. So short, choices are hinges of life. When it comes to marriage, let me tell you, when you choose a woman, let me end it with this one. The woman that you are choosing, the sad part is that when you choose your life partner, he is going to be the person you are going to raise your child with the rest of your life. 100 vacations that you go the rest of your life, the same woman that you choose. 180,000 food that he will cook for you is the same woman. One choice. So sit down. When it comes to choice in marriage, will determine what your future is going to become. Let me end here. Choice are hinges to a person's destiny. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Bishop. So today we've learned that choice are hinges to destiny. Therefore, make sure you choose wisely. Do not go and choose a woman because the bat is big, this and that. Make sure that you are choosing wisely so you don't complicate yourself. Thank you, everybody, for having time with us here. Bishop, thank you for your time. Thank you for all the knowledge that you've impacted in us today. We say, may God richly bless you. On this note, we end our show here today. Same time next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will meet us here live on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to share this program so others can also learn from it. On this note, I say bye-bye to everybody. See you same time next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.